Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of our Big Ambitions Hardcore series. So far we've been concentrating our efforts to making this supermarket as profitable as we can, because we've seen that in our rival screen there are quite a few rivals that are turning out a weekly profit in the hundreds of thousands, such as Huang here, doing just over 1.2 million per week from two supermarkets alone. Thierry is doing pretty good himself, clocking in about 500,000 per week. And then here we are, and bear in mind these are the old numbers. They don't represent the current situation. This is before the electronic stores got nerfed. We have here fresh value at 100K per week, so it's not doing too bad. We've just started it, and as you can see, daily income is at 15,000. It's nowhere near our best electronic store, which is clocking in about 100,000 per week, per day, but it's getting there. So far we've been doing pretty well. Our security is 100%. Customer service is pretty good, is getting there. We have a mixture of people that are about 75% in their customer service skill, and also 100% they are currently being trained on the job as well as we speak, because we did assign them to our HR manager, so that's how it works. So this bar will gradually increase as days go by. However, we don't have the luxury of a lot of days left, so we're just at 5.1 million, and the goal was to get to 100 million by day 365. So hopefully this supermarket is gonna ramp up soon enough, because it is in a pretty good location. It's a big space, and as you can see, our pricing is great, our interior is great, cleanliness is pretty good itself as well. And if we look at the customers over time, it's pretty good that we did it in a 24-hour format, because we have customers at every single hour of the day. Of course, there was a little bit of a dip here at 8 o'clock, but in general, we're looking at 20 customers every single hour of the day. And as you can see, we kind of started at day 225, well, 26 if I'm honest, and then it gradually increased. So that's a positive note. From a pricing perspective, we're looking pretty good as well. So what I've done is I've looked at the other supermarkets in the area, and this is what I like about this update, that as soon as you put in a number that is too high or too low, it will tell you. And basically it's color coded. So for example, if I decided that a bag of apples can be $90, as you can see, as soon as I type this in, I get the red color, which means you're way too high. So to counter this, you can literally just type in a number, and if it's not any color, this is like the default color, right? And if it's not any other color but this kind of black one, it means either that you're the lowest one or reasonably priced. And the way you can tell if you're the lowest one is because it will tell you right here under the lowest market price. If what you typed in is the same as this one, then it means that you're the best value. So what I've done is I've tried to go like from $1 to the next, and as you can see, as soon as I put 9, I get this message saying that the lowest one available is actually $8.29. So it made sense to become that price, and this way I can drive more demand into this supermarket, and hopefully it's gonna bring it to the numbers that we want it to be at. So this is pretty much what I've done for this supermarket, and I haven't stopped here. Just off screen, I've done the same for all of the electronic stores. So if we look at this one, I've drastically changed everything here because it was way too high, and we are now the lowest ones in the market. And that little change made this electronic store here at the top go from, I think it was about 94 or 96, now it's doing 105. We have a lot of alerts because our store is getting depleted. We have a lot of customers coming in, as you can see, and I could do even more changes to these other supermarkets which involve the scheduling, because if you're looking at the inside screen here, we don't get anything up until about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then it kind of dies out towards the midnight. And the problem with that is that even though the shop doesn't sell anything, we're still losing money because we're paying our employees to stay in the shop, clean the shop, restock it during these times where there's nobody in. So I guess there are some further tweaks that need to be done for these stores in order for them to be as profitable as they can be. And I'm just going through them randomly here, and it's kind of the same scenario. Nothing happens from midnight to about 8 o'clock in the morning, and then that's when the fun parts start. So, based on these little bit of insights that we gathered, I think the first step for us to reach that goal that we had in mind is to just start cleaning up all of this quote-unquote mess. It's not exactly messy. It was just that before it was doing a lot better before the nerf. I mean, we had people coming in literally during the early hours of the morning as well, not just from 8 o'clock onwards. But because we have this little nerf in place, we will need to make adjustments to the schedule, which will in fact improve our bottom line, because we're gonna have to decrease the number of employees. I'm not trying to fire anyone. If I can, I'll try to keep as many of the employees that we currently have, but chances are we're not gonna need 4 people every single day, just because we're no longer operating on a 24-hour format. With that being said, let's cue in a little bit of a time lapse, and then we're gonna reassess where we stand. Alright, so now we kind of finished adjusting all of these stores, and we're operating now from 8 o'clock until basically midnight, so just 16 hours instead of 24 hours, and that makes a pretty huge difference if you ask me, because now when we go into our employees page and filter by the ones that have no tasks, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 employees that have no current task. The thing is with these guys, if we don't give them anything to work and we decide to keep them for as long as we can, they will in fact resign after a while. So there's nothing much that we can do for them, as there is no place for them to work in. Like we said before, just by reviewing the schedule and the customers over time, when they come, when they go, what's their peaks, the 8 o'clock start is the correct schedule for these guys, so there is nothing else that we can do. On the other hand, I was thinking if we were to keep them and kind of save a bit of cost in terms of recruiting other people, is to open up a new shop. And if we do it fast enough, then they will not be too sad about it, so we can benefit from having them as employees. But let's have a look. So for now, Fresh Value is doing 15k. If we're taking a look at Google Maps, I keep making that mistake, I do apologize, and we're just looking at the retail buildings. Let's see what we have available. Did anything change in the meantime? I don't believe so. In Midtown area we have absolutely nothing apart from this shop here, which is not ideal. I mean, traffic index 27, can do only 15 customers per hour maximum, so it's not really an appealing one. We just bought this one here. When I say bought, I mean rented, because we don't have that kind of money yet. There is another one here, but like we said last time, it's pretty bad. Maximum customer capacity is 75, but the traffic index is 11, so you're never going to see a good return on your investment if you're going down that road. And then Garment District, it's a pretty poor district to put anything in. It could generate money because people do need to eat regardless of their areas, And if we had more time, if this was day 100, maybe I would have given it a shot. But let's have a look at other places where we may want to expand that will be good enough to drive some profits. And is this one here? It has 55 traffic index. It's a pretty good building, 30 customers per hour, so it's not too bad. If we have a look at what it looks like inside, it's a medium building. It's not bad at all, don't get me wrong. It's enough to put some fruit baskets and some fresh food and frozen sections just to get it started. I'm just a bit worried, considering that our current building is in fact in Murray Hill, which is a pretty strong region in general. I'm just worried that if this one doesn't perform good, then there would be no point for us to open up this one here and make it into a supermarket as well. And that's it for today's video. Thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.